Hey guys, thanks for stopping in and check out our video inventory up to date. We got fresh and saltwater shipments in this week. Taking a look first here at the freshwater. Here we got some really nice pigeon board discus. These guys are about 3 inches. Really nice color on these guys, looking great. They do well in warmer water tanks. They can go with rams, cardinal tetra, stuff like that. Stuff that like softer, more warmer water. Very nice fish. Here we got some very cool cracking loaches. These have been very popular for us. These are a river fish. They're an algae eater, and as you can see, they kind of hang out on the bottom and on the sides, kind of very similar to Hong Kong Pocosmus. Very cool fish, great for smaller tanks as well. They don't get real big, so they're good for smaller aquariums. Here we got some very cool baby whales. These guys are similar to a knife fish. They're an electric fish. Very unique, kind of like an elephant nose. You don't see them real often. They eat brine shrimp, and they're perfectly harmless. A good community fish. Do well with anybody that's not going to be aggressive towards them. Really nice cardinals came in. These guys are looking fantastic. About inch and a half on these guys. Really nice fish, and do well in the community aquarium. Again, they like a little bit warmer water, a little bit softer water as well. Also some jelly bean parrots here. We got purple, orange, and there might be a green or blue in there as well. These guys are about 3.5, 4 inches. Do well in the community tank usually, and usually can go with other more aggressive fish as well. They get good size though, 6 to 8 inches when they're full grown, so they do like to have a little bit bigger tank. Nice silver dollars here. These guys are a little bit bigger than $half size. Popular fish, like to be in a school, do well in the community aquarium as well. Very cool cheetah puffers, or pea puffers. These are a dwarf puffer. It's about as big as they get, about half inch to 3/4 of an inch. And these usually do okay in the community tank as long as you don't have anything with real long fins, angels, things like that. They might nip at those, but with most other community fish, they're okay. Very cool, very unique, and nice personality on these guys. And here we got some nice roseline barbs. These are about 2.5 inches. A color starting to show on them around their eyes. The red goes all the way through their backs as they get bigger. They get about 6 inches, and very cool community fish. They'll do well with anybody. Like to have a little bit more room to swim, but will do okay in any tank, pretty much 20 gallons or larger. Beautiful high fin lyre-tail swords here. These are a live bear. You can see their fins are longer than a standard swordtail, and these do great in the community tank, smaller tanks as well, 10 gallons and up, they're perfect. Gold gouramis, another popular staple community fish. These guys are about 3 inches now, looking good, and they can go in most community tanks as well. Jumbo neons here, really big on these guys. They're about 2 inches. Really nice fish. Same thing, great in a community tank, like to be in schools. Platinum green tiger barbs here. These guys are about 1.5 inches. Very hardy, great starter fish. Do well in a community tank as well. Like to be in schools. Can be a little bit fin nippers if you have them with stuff with longer fins, angels, betas, things like that. But if you keep them in a group, they usually do okay. Here we've got some sunset platies. These guys are another good community fish. Do well in the smaller tanks as well, 10 gallons and up. Do fine. Nice sized iridescent sharks here. These guys are about 4 inches. Good community fish, won't bother anybody, always moving around. Nice show fish, and they do get large. They get about 10-12 inches in a larger aquarium. Over here we got some really fabulous pro gouramis. These guys came in really big. These are probably about 3.5, 4 inches. Color starting to show on them. They get the bright orange underneath their gullets there, underneath the gills. Really nice fish, good community fish, do great with others, and like to be in a tank with some hiding places. They like to kind of hang out on the leaves and stuff like that. Very nice fish though. Albino tiger barbs, same as those platinums, about the same size and same temperament. Great starter fish, very hardy, do well in newer tanks. Lyre-tail black mollies here. Real nice fish, great community fish as well. Do well, and these will have babies, live babies, quite often. So that's pretty cool. If you got kids, they like to check that out. We got bloodfin tetras, bloodfin glass tetras. These guys are about 1.5 inches. Good starter fish as well. Very hardy. Do well in a community aquarium. We got some nice big weather loaches. These guys are about 6 inches now. Cool fish from the bottom. They hang out on the bottom and will help clean things up. Community fish, won't bother anybody. Very cool fish for a show plate, conversation piece. We've got some moss green tiger barbs. Say about the same size as these guys, 1.5 inches. Really nice fish. These guys again are very hardy. Do well in a community aquarium as well. We got some nice mono sea bays. These guys are inch and a half or so, 2 inches maybe. These guys will do well in a community aquarium, not aggressive at all. Kind of similar to an angelfish, and they like to be in groups as well, 2 to 3s at least. Red Oscars here. These guys get big and are semi-aggressive. They'll eat whatever they can fit in their mouth, but real nice for a South American tank. Tricolor swords. These are a cool fish, a new variety that we haven't seen very often. These guys, you can see, they have whites and blacks and reds on them. Another good community fish, does well with pretty much anybody else. We've got small black tetras. These guys are about inch and a half. Another great starter fish, do well in a community aquarium. Love to be in groups and schools. They will hang out together. Good starter fish as well. Painted platies here. Another nice community fish, does well with others. These guys are about an inch and a half to 2 inches. Gold tuck swords, another good community fish. Do well with pretty much any other live bears, gouramis, stuff like that. Any tank 10 gallons or up, they're good for. We've got some nice black veil angels. Blacks have been hard to get this year, so we're very happy to see these guys come in. On about quarter-size bodies on most of these guys, and will do well in the community aquarium. Here we got some real nice gold hyphen swords, mollies, hyphen mollies. These guys are another good community fish. These are about 2.5 to 3 inches on these guys. Males and females here, they do great in groups, trios, male and 2 females. And those also will have live babies. Great community fish, though. They will do well with pretty much anybody. In the 60 here, we've got some real nice sized bala sharks. Those guys are about 6-7 inches. As well as hyphen loaches, pretty cool fish, one you don't see real often. Both of these are great community fish, do well in a little bit bigger tanks, 40 to 50 gallons or more, and will do well in a community aquarium, won't bother anybody. The loaches are a great bottom feeder as well. Alright, over here we got some nice Dalmatian mollies. Males and females again, you can see the patterns just like a Dalmatian. These guys are a good community fish as well, do well with pretty much anybody else, and any tank 10 gallons or more will be fine. And some red tiger Oscars here, same as the other guys, same size, about 2.5 to 3 inches, and also semi-aggressive. Want to keep them with stuff they can't fit in their mouth. We got some nice koi angels, a little bit bigger body size than these guys, probably about $half body size. Koi angels, nice fish, do well in a community tank. Coolie loaches, little coolie loaches. See them scooting around the bottom, very popular, great bottom feeder. Do like to hide a lot, and they'll do well with anybody. As long as they can't fit them in their mouth, they'll be fine with them. Non-aggressive at all. Some platies there. Let's see. Painted glassfish, very popular, especially with the kids. Do well as well. There's a type of tetra, so they do well in a community tank, very hardy. Good starter fish, they'd be fine in any tanks 10 gallons or more. Pineapple Mickey Mouse swords here, another nice live bear. These guys do well in the community tank as well, and again, trios is great for those guys, male and 2 females. Nice big tiger barbs here. These guys are about 2.5 inches, really big size on these guys. Great starter fish, very hardy, and will do well in most community tanks. Some fire dwarf gouramis, very popular fish. These are about full grown and about 2.5 inches. Do well in a community tank, and they do like a little bit softer water as well. And then we also got in some very nice Celebes rainbows here. Real nice Celebes rainbows. One you don't see real often. You can see the blues starting to come out on some of them. These guys are great community fish. They don't get real big like some of the other rainbows do, but they love live planet aquariums as well. Nice fish, great for adding just a little spark of color to the tank. Rummy nose tetras here, real nice, 1.5 inches or so on these guys. They're starting to get that red on their faces, which is indicative of this species. They do real well in a community tank, and they get like the cardinals, they like a little bit softer, a little bit warmer water. And then some golden pencil fish, cool variety. These guys do good in a smaller tank as well, even 5 gallons or more. These are about 1.5 inches at the moment, and non-aggressive at all. They do real well in a community tank. Also got some blue steel apistos, very nice dwarf cichlid community fish. They're non-aggressive, they'll do well in a community tank. And very cool chocolate gouramis. They're all going to scatter. Chocolate gouramis, very cool fish, one you don't see real often. And these guys like softer water, lots of plants and driftwood and stuff like that for them to do really well. And very cool fish. They're a dwarf gourami. This is about as big as they get, about 2 inches. Very cool fish though, and one you don't see very often. Alright, in a minute we'll go take a look at the freshwater, saltwater. Alright, the saltwater shipment came in. Here we've got, he's going to hide on us, but there's a real nice medium-sized blue-faced angel down there. He's about 4 or 5 inches. Very cool fish. These guys do well in a community tank as long as you don't have them with any other large angels. They will fight with other large angels, but otherwise great fish, really nice showpiece fish. And they get big, they get about 10 inches. Here we've got a nice Auriga butterfly, medium Auriga butterfly there. He's about 4 inches. And a Karan angel, medium juvenile Karan. He's about 3.5 inches. Very nice fish. Both of those are community fish. Same thing with the angel. You don't want to mix them with other angels of the same species. Got a real nice naso tang here. He's about 6 inches. Great for a larger tang. Non-aggressive. Does well with pretty much any other fish. Great in the reef tank as well. And then the blue tang there, Pottis blue tang. Same deal. He's great in the reef tank. Over here we got, let's see, another raccoon butterfly there, and a nice medium-sized powder blue tang. Also good community fish for reef tang. Tangs, just be a little bit careful when you're mixing tangs together. Sometimes they can be a little bit territorial to each other. Down here we got another nice medium-sized naso there, a little bit smaller than the other one. Very cool fish though. Some nice black and white heniochus. These are butterfly. Those are good community fish, and they like to be in groups. You can see them kind of schooling together there. Another medium-sized powder blue there. And a real beautiful redfin Pakistani butterfly. This guy's one you don't see very often. Very cool fish. Does well in a community tank. Not just one you want to put in a reef tank farm. They will eat corals and polyps, things like that, so you got to be careful about that. Very nice fish though, and again, one that's pretty rare to see, so it's a nice showpiece fish. And in the invertebrates section, received in some very nice chocolate chip stars in here, and you can kind of see, there we go, see them hanging out on the bottom. Nice size on those guys. Good for cleanup crew. Also got some nice seahorses, large seahorses hanging out there. These guys are pretty good size too. They're about 4 or 5 inches. And a beautiful selection of anemones. We got sea bays, long tentacles, bubble tips. And pretty much all of these will host clowns. There's one, there's one right there. Very cool. Most of these are green with purplish tips on the bubbles. Alright guys, if there's anything you like, give us a call, 414-546-2201. We'll be happy to put it on hold for you. And be sure to come by and stop out our Marine Special, which the more you spend, the more you save. Give us a call and ask about that. We'd love to help you out. Thanks for checking it out, and have a great day. Forgot to show you the look down. Here we got an Indian threadfin look down. Very cool fish. This is a predator. They actually will eat anything small enough to fit in their mouth. Very unique fish. Open water. Need to be in a larger tank. Very unique. One that you hardly ever see. Very rare. Very cool. All right, guys. Thanks.